Islam, Islamic youth leadership and empowerment in Indonesia. There are three keywords that have to be highlighted. There are Islamic youth and leadership to empower Indonesia. Hi, here I am, the hero from NURUL FIKRI boarding school BOGOR. The honorable judges of AXI Speech Competition 2022 and all the audiences. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Islam means freedoms, the openness of peace caused untold miseries and pain on the holy prophets and the believers. Youth, let's go from the youth. From Indonesian Youth National Committee's page, namely, people between the ages 16 to 30 is youth. For the other source, Indonesian Dictionary, youth is not only considered by age range, but also defined as a person who carries the nation's aspiration on their shoulders. What is leadership? Based on the 8 Habits book written by Stephen Covey, there are 4 roles of leadership. 2 of them are pathfinding and empowering. Pathfinding means having a vision and showing the path. Empowering means making a weak group into a stronger group to be more capable, more independent. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, there are many Islamic heroes that have big influences and best services for us as in the past. And we are able to enjoy the benefits now. They try to survive for our religion, be the best heroes among the others, to protect Islam. There are so many heroes. Are you familiar with Salahuddin Al-Ayyubi? Muhammad Al-Fatih? What about the hero who has the biggest influence as an Islamic hero and a prophet in the same time? Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He's the one and the first person who introduced Islam into the world. I proudly deliver about the struggle and effort of Muhammad Al-Fatih when fighting for Muslims people in the Constantinople. He is a very good role model for us, for even non-Muslims. He still can be fair to everyone. Muslims, non-Muslims, everyone. He was able to act fairly for everyone living in his territory. When he was in charge of Constantinople, he could defeat and reconquer the Constantinople and make the peace in that place. And not only that, it's a very big place. Napoleon even said, if the world was only one country, Istanbul, or what we can call Constantinople, will be its capital. Yeah, I know, it is very big and strategic place. It was the center of the world back then. And Al-Fatih conquered the Constantinople in 21 years old. How young is he? It was a very young age. He even became a king when he was 12. Can you imagine that? He made the whole Constantinople became from chaos when it was ruled by the previous king to a peace and prosperous place at a very young age. Such a good role model for us, isn't he? We have to follow his legacy so we can become a good leader. Okay, so second is Salahuddin Al-Ayyubi, the one that changes Al-Azhar from Shia Masjid into a university. He was one of the most powerful and dedicated Muslim rulers who united the entire Muslim world under his leadership. How cool is that? I know, right? And the greatest military commander in the Islamic history, who was able to liberate Jerusalem from the Crusaders back then in 1187. Yeah. He became the king when Nuruddin died. until his death and gave back Khilafah Abbasiyah, the power of Khilafah Fatimiyah. Salahuddin was dealing with his enemies, could be considered as a perfect example of the central Islamic tenets towards non-Muslims. And then the last is Tariq bin Ziyad, with only 7,000 comrades, while the opponents have 100,000 people in the army. Imagine that. 7,000 and 100,000 people in the army. They were able to win the war and kill Rajul, their enemy in the battle of Walid. With his good skill and religiousness, he managed to win the war even with a very big gap of army power. So, we can conclude that the meaning of Islamic youth leadership and empowerment is about how Muslim youth should be led. Come forward to the public and be the role model with a strong vision to take positive action to change the weak groups becomes the stronger groups, more empowered and more capable. As youth, we have to follow the previous Islamic heroes' legacy by having their attitudes. At least we have to follow their attitude to ourselves and surroundings. Let's plant their character into our mind so we can be like them. Then our life can be useful for us, for the others, and someday maybe be a big influence and a role model just like our Islamic heroes. I'm Ferdi Pamahanika. See you when I see you, future leaders.